So now we are at the beginning of 6.1 WordPress release cycle, and I will start preparing project for documenting it. So first, let's go to the official 6.1 post, and that's what you'll get when you go to get involved and then core. And then current release, you will always find current release. So now it's 6.1. And for documentation, focus, we have Birgit and Femi and yours truly. So what happened until now? The three of us and one more volunteer, we had a meeting and we agreed generally who's going to do what. So WordPress is developed in two places. There is Gutenberg GitHub repo, and there is a track. And I will be handling track tickets. Birgit will be handling dev notes and the development documentation for Gutenberg, and Femi will handle all end user documentation or just editor. Well, we're not sure right now. So Birgit is tracking Gutenberg dev notes in GitHub. So if we go to GitHub, WordPress organization, we have Gutenberg repo. And in this repo, she created an issue. And I'm not going to search through all of that right now, just going to type 6.1. And here it is, 6.1 dev notes tracking. So all the issues and pull requests that are going to end up in WordPress 6.1 are tracked here. This will be a long list, and people who are going to write dev notes are going to communicate with us in this issue. And track is my responsibility. So here you can find it in official post. Here is a query for track tickets. And this is very nice. There are already 289. But this view doesn't work for me for documenting purposes. So I'm going to create new custom query. Remove this. I will add milestone 6.1. Also, I don't want new, reopened, reviewing, because those might not end up in 6.1. At some point, they can decide to move it for 6.2 or whatever, or don't do it at all. So what I want is accepted, assigned, and closed. Because if it's closed and if milestone is 6.1, then I know it's going to be in 6.1. So I need to be sure. And now we have 226. It will be more than that, around 350, 400, something like that is per release. And this is nice, but I don't like how easy it is for me to lose track. So I'm going to group them by component and update. Yes, now this is something I can work with. And you can save this query, just change here 6.2, 6.3, and so on. So I will have different queries when I actually start managing documentation, but for now, I want to have all the tickets that are closed for 6.1. And now I'm going to create a project under WordPress organization, and this project will track everything coming from this track. So if we go here on projects, here you can see 5.9 documentation, and there are issues created for previous release. These are all the issues. Here you have user docs, dev docs, dev notes, which are published together with release candidate, and then some testings we did. But I think I saw here, oh, 6.0 is actually previous release. So here we have field guide. So basically with these projects, you can, in all, you have a list of all of them. And this is really good because this one is from documentation issue tracker repository. This is from track. And then you come to this is from Gutenberg repository. So you can add in this project any issue, any pull request from any repository under WordPress organization. And you can assign any person that is in WordPress organization. Now, this is great. So what we had here in user docs, it's a little bit different view by components, and it's filtered. So it doesn't show dev note, it doesn't show dev docs, or both of them, or field guide. It shows only end user. Then for dev docs, this is what will go to dev hub updates. Again, we have filter, dev notes were published together with release candidate 1, and field guide, which is also published with release candidate. And you can find all that in that official release post. That is, there is a timeline for everything. And this is cross-team collaboration by Learn Team, and this is really good that we are starting to work together. So I think these were just testing. And then we have, again, end user docs, but a different view. So it's a board view, so it's easier for people to work with. Dev notes board, again, it's this one, but as a board. So now I'm going to create another project for WordPress 6.1 documentation. So here we go. This project will be table for now. I don't care about that. And I'm going to create, I hope it will be public, but we'll see. It will not be my person. So I cannot create public project. Okay. It seems like a new setting, and I think only people inside WordPress organization can see this project. So this will be WP 6.1 documentation. And here we have settings for different things. So yeah, I cannot change project visibility. Let's see what we had here for settings. Right, I'm gonna use this to add here. Then it's 6.1. Okay, Gutenberg tracking issue. So I should have saved that link, but yeah, there it is. So this will be here. Okay, that's it. So now you see here for previous project, we had different types. So what I want is status, I want docs type, I want screenshots. This is from Learn team, related content, components. I want components as well. So last time we did this, when we created a project components, we had to add them as a text type because the drop down type, like we have here, had limit to 15 or 25 fields. I don't remember correctly, but I just checked and the limit is 50. And I think we can work with that. I don't think we have more than 50 components. So I'm going to add that as a dropdown. So first, we want status that is already there. We want docs type, and I'm going to split this to work more easily. New field is going to be select, and this will be docs type. So because this is single select, we cannot select more than one. So I had to group here different docs types to be able to filter them in different views. I'm not happy with that, but I'm happy that I have the option to filter and that I have a workaround. So hopefully GitHub will create these multiple selects. For now, we have to do it like this. Okay. Coming. Nice. Save. Then screenshots. Okay. That is also single select. And option is needs updating. And link to draft. That's not bad. I guess that's used by Learn or not. Maybe they would have, or maybe Estella was adding that. I don't know. Okay, so components. I will create single select, and now I'm gonna use this administration, application passwords, how to save. Oh, best tools always have a lot of them. Bundle team. Cache now. That is nice. We have some updates in cache. Corset. I haven't seen that in a while. I really love doing this documenting releases because that's how I stay informed of what's gonna happen, what's new, how to use it. And that's really the hardest part of being a developer, just to be informed. Okay, coverage. Okay, editor. Now these are here in editor, we usually have tickets from Gutenberg repository, which, so in Gutenberg repository, there are tickets for a plugin release, but what is going to be in new WordPress release, then those come here. I believe that's the workflow. External libraries. No, feeds. That's nice. My system. API. Right. Second page. Internationalization, login, and registration. Oh, wow, media. Look at that beauty. So last release, we had a lot of work done in performance. I really love that. And now we have a lot of it in media. Links. Yes. Logins. Post types. Add caching. Nice. Query. Cache. Right. So again, we will have a lot of performance improvements. That's really, really great. I'm looking forward to see that running REST API. Another one of my crashes. Revisions. I would really love to use revisions as commit messages on the front end so people can see what's been updated. You are plugin developer and listening to this. Let's create a plugin. I'll do just that. So sitemap. Nice. Site code. This is interesting. Taxonomy, we have text changes. Oh, so in previous release, there were some changes in name for variables that existed in WordPress since the beginning, since like commit number 15. Changes. Users and widgets. Nice. I'm happy that we still have a space for more if some new appear components, but this is very good for now. Okay, so what else do we have here? Link to draft. I'm gonna add link to draft because some dev note authors will write their dev notes in Google Documents. So let's add that as well. What do we have? Has to be text. Okay. What is related content? It could be added for end user documentation. Someone else. Okay, so for now, I think this is good. We have assign use, we have status, we have docs type, components, link to draft. Okay, I want to, I'm gonna say here, all, and I want to order them by, group them by components. Okay, that will be that, and this is it. We can save changes. So this is created project for now, and how we are going to use this. I will just add this one to have it in this video, but what we actually need now is a keyword, and keyword should contain we have a few keywords here, but let's say that we are using for documentation. So we have needs dev note and needs docs, which is for developer docs, and then needs user docs, which is for end user docs, and then all those keywords that have need also have their pairs with has dev note, but so here they are, needs dev note. If I update this, here we have 17. So this is the query that I will use for dev notes. And let's start. I'm just gonna add this one for now. So this is what it looks like, and I'm gonna add the number of the ticket in the beginning, and here it is. So the component will be build test tool. I just love this. And when we open it, what we have here is now notes that we can work with. So here I'm just going to add a link, and you see this one, it has needs dev note and needs docs. So this is also for developer documentation, and I can add that here. Docs type will be dev notes and dev docs. That's it. So what are the other field guide is actually, so when we published field guide, all dev notes are linked to field guide, but there are some tickets that will not end up in dev note because the change is too small to add it to the dev note, but it is important, and as a developer I would love to know about it, so we will add them in the field guide. So this label field guide is specifically for that use case when something should end up in field guide, but it's small enough not to be in DevNote. So for now, we have DevNote and DevDocs. And what I will be doing in next few weeks, I will be going through this query without keyword. And so I will be going through all the closed tickets for 6.1, and I will mark those for documentation. They will either be DevNote or DevDocs or user docs. And the ones that are marked, I can then add that keyword to my query here, and I will add those in here. Here we will have status, which is to do, in progress, done. We might actually add review here. Let me see if I can. Yeah, I'm gonna add review and put it here. Okay. Screenshots are usually just for end user documentation if it needs updating and link to draft. So that's it. I will go through these keywords: needs DevNote, needs docs, and needs end user documentation. And then I will create new views. And in these new views, I will filter tickets so that I see only end user or dev docs or dev notes or field guide. So this project will be a place of work for all the track tickets for release. And this is just the beginning of the work. I'm trying to go back here, but maybe it's just easier to do it like this. So this is where I will spend my time in next few weeks until October 11th, until we have release candidate, and then we will publish field guide and all dev notes. So until then, this will be populated. So if you have access, you can follow it there. You can also follow Gutenberg issue progress there that Birgit created. And if you want to help, you can always come to the documentation team. Where is it? You can go to our Slack channel. We have meetings on Tuesdays. So if you want to help or learn how to work on documentation for release or documentation in general, we have some onboarding sessions here. Just join us, come to Slack, and we will find a job for you. So this is it for now, and see you soon.